Good morning to you, and thanks so much for joining us today. I'm Nick Munson. Authorities are investigating what they're calling a murder-suicide. We've just learned that a 21-year-old man was killed after he was struck by a train in Warren County. Now, this came just hours after another man was seriously hurt by a train in Munson. Now, on to politics, and believe it or not, Election Day is just a little more than 3 weeks away now. Those who live in Maryland might think of the state as the best in the country. I know I do. You can't beat that flag. As the heroin epidemic has tightened its grip on the four-state area, it's become all too obvious that we can't arrest our way out of this problem. How many different drug trafficking organizations are you really up against in the grand scheme of things? 5 police officers are dead following a shooting there last night. We've been receiving new details all morning, and they describe the damage to the home as catastrophic.
This is Rose.
I found love.
Yes, I knew you loved beagles, so I brought her for you.
I really do. In our ongoing Inauguration Day coverage, we go now to WHAG's Kylie Kahn, who's live from the National Mall, which is just packed with people all across the country traveling in to see how things are going there. And he definitely emphasized America first. That was throughout the entire speech, so definitely stressing that in his presidency. Good afternoon, and thanks so much for joining us on this post-election day. I'm Nick Munson. Well, a tight presidential race throughout the night now has a winner. Donald Trump has been elected the 45th president of the United States. He says that Hillary Clinton called him and congratulated him on his victory. She just made her concession speech within the last 15 minutes or so. Trump achieved the upset in dominant fashion, taking nearly all of the crucial swing states on his way to the victory. Now let's take a look at how the states in our area voted. We'll start in Maryland. The old line state stayed true blue as it usually does, with Clinton taking 63% of the vote over Trump. Moving out to Pennsylvania, which is always a swing state, which explains both of the candidates' heavy campaigning there in the final weeks. Trump took it narrowly by just 1%. Down in Virginia, which is one of the only swing states that went in Clinton's favor. She won the state by just 2%, another close race there. Moving now to West Virginia, where historically it's been a blue state, but since 2000 it's been moving right. Trump dominated there, getting more than 2/3 of the votes. Well, after months of campaigning in both the primaries and the general election, the voters finally had their say, and Donald Trump will be the 45th president of the United States. Emily Schmidt is in New York with the very latest. Now we'll go to the local level, where the race for Hagerstown mayor hasn't really ended just yet. In a rematch between incumbent David Geisbert and Bob Brucci, Brucci has a narrow 91-vote lead right now, but it's too close to call, as absentee ballots have yet to be counted there. WHAG's Carolyn Blackburn covered the story into the early morning hours, and she has the very latest on this battle in the hub city. Now, staying in Hagerstown, here are the results for City Council. Now, the top 5 vote-getters will get a seat, and right now those include newcomers Emily Keller and Paul Quarterman, as well as current council members Kristen Alishire, Don Munson, and Penny Nye. But remember, things aren't quite official there just yet. Moving to non-election news in our area today, a Jefferson family has been displaced after a house fire destroyed their home early this morning. The blaze happened on the 4000 block of Horine Road. Units from Jefferson plus several nearby companies responded, but it was too late to save the building, which was deemed a total loss.
So around 5:30 this morning, we got hit for a house fire, and units marked on the air. My deputy chief, or assistant chief, went on the air with fire through the roof when they arrived. Crews made interior attack at first, but then we went defense mode.
Chief Lakin says the homeowners were inside at the time of the fire, but they made it out safely with no injuries. The cause of the blaze is still under investigation. In other news, one person is dead after a vehicle overturned last night on I-70 westbound in Washington County. It happened near the 14-mile marker just after 6:30 p.m. A Subaru Forester was found overturned in the median. State troopers say it went off the left side of the road and traveled down the embankments where it hit a tree. The driver and front seat passenger were both taken to Meredith Medical Center. The driver, 69-year-old Ronald DeVore, died from his injuries. His wife, Linda, was treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Well, a Charlestown man has been arrested and is facing several charges after police say he broke into a home and opened fire on several people. Deputies say 19-year-old Devin Collins is behind bars after he fired the shots and broke into that home. Around 1:45 a.m., they responded to a call at Uvilla Estates. They say Collins unlawfully entered and pursued 3 women inside the house who locked themselves in an upstairs bedroom. After he entered the room, the women struck Collins as he lost possession of his gun. Soon afterward, police arrived to the scene to arrest him.
We found that he had shot something between 20 and 30 rounds into and inside the house, and fortunately no one was injured in that process.
Collins is currently being held at the Eastern Regional Jail, facing 8 counts of wanton endangerment, as well as single counts of burglary and firearms charges. While police are investigating an overnight shooting in Shippensburg that left 2 people injured, the shooting happened on the 1200 block of Bard Drive early Tuesday morning. Sharon Eugene of Baltimore was charged in connection to the shooting. Kevin Kenny and Christopher Batts Jr. were the victims. Now, police say the shooting was an isolated incident. The housing development where the incident happened is mostly student housing near Shippensburg University. Welcome back, everyone. It's Friday, the day we've all been waiting for. Not just like any typical Friday, but today is supposed to be the day where everything warms up.
It is going to warm up, but it's also
not right now yet.
Not right now.
Both of us had to get up pretty early this morning. I know myself, I could not sleep not knowing what happened with the election. How about yourself? Being both huge Star Wars fans, I think I speak for the both of us. And when I say Disney, feel free to take my money.
Take our
money. As soon
money.
as you can.
I gave him that $10 bill.
I might keep it. What better way to turn off your brain than with the latest internet craze, the mannequin challenge? Adam, have you heard of that?
I have actually. It looks like a lot of fun. I see what you did there.
Yeah, I did. Kind of a tricky question there. You don't really picture William Howard Taft as an athletic president.
If you didn't mention that, I was going to, because
He was the one that got stuck in the bathtub.
Yeah.
We're buddies, right?
Yeah, you wish. Still ahead, good news for Little Monsters. Adam, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings earlier. Folks, he's been crying ever since. I'm so sorry. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great one.